Hey friends, happy Friday evening. It is Melissa with Jumping Craft Treasures on the Essential Stencil page. So if you're joining us right now, you're most likely on replay. So hashtag replay, let us know that you're here. A couple things we're going to go over tonight. We're going to talk about free shipping in January of 2026. We're going to talk about transfer restocks that started last weekend. We're going to work on stencil of the month tonight at the club, y'all. So lots of things going on. So as you're coming on, say hello. Let us know that you're here. As always, Essential Stencil gifts 3 gift cards at the end of the live. So make sure to share, comment, interact, all those things so we know that you're here so you can be eligible to win those gift cards, guys. So I hope everybody had a fantastic week. We are at Friday again. Can y'all believe we are halfway through January already? Woo, I can't. We are January 15th, halfway through January. I feel like we just celebrated New Year's like 2 days ago. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. I am your brand ambassador. I am here every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central. We do all kinds of fun transfer and stenciling projects. So come on in, guys. If you're new to the page, let us know that you're new. Hey, Brenda. Hello, Linda. Hey, Margio. How are you? So, guys, we're going to do at least 2 projects tonight. I know sometimes I say we're going to do more and I don't get to them. So we're going to make sure we do a minimum of 2 tonight. Hey, Kimberly. Hello, Kathy. So as you're coming on, guys, jump on, say hello. I want to remind y'all of a couple things. So January is free shipping with Essential Stencil through the end of the month. So January 2026. Hey, Lisa. They just restocked their favorite transfers, which are a lot of transfers, guys. Some of them have already sold out. So if you are thinking about getting some transfers and you're not sure, you may want to hop on there and go ahead and get them while you can get them. I am going to do 2 projects. We're going to talk about Stencil of the Month Club here in just a second. We are probably going to do, I'm not sure which one we're going to get to, but I know we're going to do the Mardi Gras, but I'm hoping to get to the cute St. Patrick's Day as well. Hey, Renee, how are you, sweetheart? So these, y'all, hey, Brenda. I don't know if you've seen these before, but these are super cute. We have our truck. We have all of our leprechauns, pot of gold, and hats that go fantastic with all of the 1-inch words that came out this year too, guys. So don't forget about these when you're looking at your stencils and things because they go fantastic with all the stencils to pair up. Oh, thank you, Renee. I appreciate that. And then tonight, like I said, let's do them upside down. We're going to work on a fun Mardi Gras sign. So we're going to use some of these Mardi Gras transfers. And remember, guys, free shipping in the month of January. So if you are working on any of your Mardi Gras things, grab these. They all go fantastic with our 1-inch words. And we're going to do one of these tonight for sure. So the Mardi Gras set. If you celebrate Mardi Gras, grab them because these are gorgeous. I'm just going to kind of show you in case you haven't seen them before. Super fun with all the colors and things. And like I said, we're going to do something with that too. Brenda, we are supposed to, and I'm sure because you're in Texas too, we're supposed to get down to 22 degrees tonight. So for Texas, like I told you last week, we're like 80 degrees. So we're having that cool front come in here for sure. Hey, Terry, how are you? All right, guys, who has seen the Stencil of the Month designs for this month? Drop some hearts. I wish we could still do the hearts, but they took it away from us on Facebook. Drop some hearts if you have seen the new Stencil of the Month Club and you love it. Y'all love this set. So I'm going to show it to you real quick and then we're going to jump in on that project. Hey, Erin. Hey, Danette and Cindy. All right, I am seeing those hearts going now, so I know that y'all love this one as much as I do. So let me grab on so I can have this for the backer. Hey, Ann, how are you, my friend? Okay, so this is the premium set. Okay, guys? So there's 3 stencils in the premium set. We have this set right here. Oh, so gorgeous, Terry Lynn. There's so many things we can do with it. So we have this set right here, y'all. I am going to I don't know if it's a PSA or what you want to say. It is made from the same mylar that they always make their stencils with. It's just going to be a little bit more flimsy because I put so many designs in on this one design, okay? So you have your cow, your horse, your goat, your pig, your Highland cow, your donkey, your sheep, your duck, and your chicken, so, or your rooster, whichever you want to call it. So there's a lot that are on this one sheet in the premium sheet. There's so many things that you could do with this. Brenda, don't say that. Do not say that. This is so cute. And you're in Texas, my friend. You would think you would like it. Hey, Kathy. So we've got that. I'm just picking on you, Brenda. You know that. Okay. And I wrote on the back of mine, which is the back, which I know is going to be backwards for y'all. But I did write on the back. Hey, Marcy. All right. So this, let me get it going the right direction for y'all, are all of the words that are in this set. Hey, Eleanor, you love it. Hey, Pat. So we've got our farmhouse, vintage, rustic, homestead, shiplap, antiques, gather, family, country, blessed, roots, and barnyard. Super, super cute. Great size to put on many, many things. And I'm actually thinking, y'all, don't laugh, but we have a pig cutout that's coming out, and I think the antiques is going to be really cute at the bottom. So I'm going to have to test that. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. Okay, and then the third, like I said, I wrote the back on everything, are the flowers. I'm going to scoot that back. But I was trying to show you, you can see the design right here of the horse, the cow, so it lays perfectly on all of your animals. So I hope that makes sense, but you've got the outline. We're gonna do it, so it'll hopefully make more sense. You've got some inspiration that's on this. This is the premium set, guys. Then if you want to do an add-on to it with the premium add-on, and guys, all of this is found over at stencilofthemonthclub.com. And if you're not in the club, my code Craft Treasures, right back here, Craft Treasures, does save on your first month in the club. So if you want all the details, just jump over to stencilofthemonthclub.com, and all of that will be over there. And then, let me grab this again for y'all. For the add-on, we have all of these things. So, hey y'all, I say y'all all the time, it's a Texas thing. Hey Jamie, how are you? We've got country living at its best, homegrown and raised on country sunshine, which we could actually split these up and kind of intermesh them too if we wanted to. So that is the add-on set. Hey Nancy. And then we have the basic set, okay? So this is not included with the premium set. It's a completely different set. And it is a 6x8. Is that right? It's been a while since I've shown them on my live. Yeah, 6x8. And get these out. I opened everything but these, y'all, so I'm sorry. So we've got our Highland cow, pig, and chicken rooster, whichever you want to call it. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, and I'm saying it wrong. And then we have our flowers on all three of those pieces. And then we have smaller, and somebody asked me about this, so I'm going to show you. We have the smaller letters right here. And if we compare them to these, it just kind of gives you a comparison of the size. Okay, so you can see the difference in raised and country and sunshine, how it's smaller. So this is the 6x8 basic set versus the premium set. You love it, Karen. I love it that you love it. And y'all, one of the great things about Stencil of the Month Club that Brenda and Jamie both brought up is once you join the club, if there's a design that you don't like and you're in the premium club, you can skip into the next month till it's something that suits what you like. So that is a perk about being a premium member. You can skip if there's something that you don't like in the club. So super cool. If you don't know about it, again, go to stencilofthemonthclub.com and you can get all your questions answered there along with code Craft Treasures for your first month. Thank you, Brenda. Y'all, there's something on my foot. I'm going to reposition in just a second, and then we'll get started. All right, guys, you know that Terry hand cuts these cutting boards. He does them every year. We have them on the website all the time, so we are going to do a fun design on the back of. We already have done one essential stencil on this side with the Valentine collection and the flowers, and we're going to do the back of it. As y'all know, I love interchangeable pieces. So we're going to do this one really easy. I was like, I know I pulled all my paint colors right before the live and I couldn't find the one that I'm looking for. Oh no, Rhonda, when you said you're frozen, I looked right up at my Wi-Fi to make sure it was working, and it is. So hopefully it's a Facebook thing. You can hop out and hop back in, and you should be able to get back in. I'm going to put the premium set right here, and we're going to get our surface. Y'all, say a little prayer for me. I have on long sleeves. I did roll them up just a little bit. We're going to hope we don't get paint on our shirt tonight. But it is a little bit colder here than it normally is, so I do have on a longer shirt today, even though my fan's on. Hey, Kay, how are you, my friend? All right, so let's take that white. Did y'all see that splatter, the very first thing? So, you know, we may end up with paint all over us. We'll see what happens. Let's take a chip brush. Hey, Martha, thank you. Hey, Maggie, I appreciate that. I need to go get my hair done so bad, y'all. I just have not since I've been doing it at home since we had the little incident last year. So I need to go get it professionally done though. All right, so we're just gonna use some white. I don't want to say basic color, but it's just white, but it's gonna be pretty because we have our flowers on our farm animals. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it pretty similar to the one of the examples that they have. I know I actually labeled the back of my stencils with orange, and I was like, what am I doing? But I wanted it to kind of catch my attention, so I put the orange on there. But anyway, I'm going to use the Carriage House Green for my farm animals, because you know I love Carriage House Green. So yes, I did. I have been, now that I'm up and about, Maggie, this sounds horrible. I actually have a chair where I can sit and do my hair, whereas before I couldn't sit long enough to actually do my hair. So now I've been able to do that, and I don't want to say I enjoy it, but it's the little things you take for granted when you can't do it. And so I was like, you know what, we can do it now, we're going to do it again, if that makes sense. Oh, I hate that for you, Rhonda. I am so sorry, my friend. Thank you for the stars, Elena. So do we have anyone new watching right now? If you are and you might be scared to say something, hop on, guys. This is a super great community, wonderful ladies and gentlemen, and we can answer all your questions and everything. So let us know that you're here. Another cold weekend there. It's supposed to be 20 degrees tomorrow. I have my best friend is coming in from Louisiana tomorrow. At least she's planning on it, and I hope that she's still coming in because it's going to be so cold in the morning tomorrow. But if not, maybe she'll come down in the afternoon. But we're supposed to go have a girls' day tomorrow, but it's supposed to be in the 20s in the morning. We're going to do 2 coats of this white. I did leave a little bit of the brown exposed up at the top because y'all know I like the distress look. So I'm just going to leave it like that, so it kind of gives a distress look without having to do anything to get that look. Oh my gosh, minus 33. Where are you at, my friend? Where are you at that it's minus 32? Goodness. Exactly, Donna, 100%. So I know it sounds weird when I say that, but yep, it is the little things. High of 14 tomorrow. Yes, we're not going to go too many places. We're probably going to go to one antique stop. We're going to go out to eat, and then go to maybe Home Goods or Hobby Lobby, one of those. So probably Home Goods because it's smaller than our Hobby Lobby. And then I can do both of the antique store and that. All right, so let's get the second. All right, guys, so who grabbed some of the transfer restocks? Who grabbed some of those over the weekend? They went live, I think, last Saturday. And then there's some more that are coming. But who grabbed some and who's already gotten theirs? I think somebody said today they had. The bunnies sold out super quick, y'all. Thank you, Janie. And they sold out super quick. Thank you. I do too, Marcy. I am going to take the day completely off tomorrow. Completely off. I may have one or two posts over on my Facebook page, but pretty much I am going to be present with my friend tomorrow, which I know sounds weird, but when you do a business on social media, you get messages and, you know, replies to comments and all those things, and you try to be fast and reply to everything. But tomorrow that we're going to have a little pause and we're going to enjoy one-on-one, face-to-face, good times, if that makes sense. So I am excited. But if something happens with the weather and she can't come, we'll definitely reschedule, I'm sure. You got your Valentine's today. Hey, Trula, how are you? All right, so we got our 2 coats of white paint on here. So let's get this one dry. Yay, Kimmy. I know, Brenda, we need to get together so bad. We're making it happen this year. I know the last couple years we have said we're going to make it happen, but we're going to make it happen this year. I don't remember how central you are, Brenda, but I'm actually, for my birthday, I'm turning 50 this year in May, and we are going to go to Central Texas for sure. So, don't let me forget. Keep me accountable. Oh, thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. Were you able to find the varnish that you were looking for? Thank you, Darlene. Terry cuts these for me. Yeah, it's going to be on Do Not Disturb, Pat, for sure. I say he cuts them for me and he cuts them for everybody. We do take orders. I don't know why I said that. All right, guys, let's get this sanded. You're making a Christmas door hanger this weekend. I love it, Kimberly. I've got some of y'all that are still making Halloween and selling Halloween. I've got one brush bristle here, y'all, that is not coming off, so I'm going to pick it off, and if I need to, it is deep in that wood. I don't want it on there. Okay. Okay, guys, got that sanded, got my brush bristles off, and what we are going to do, like I said, I labeled mine on the back so I could always tell which side was the back. Y'all don't need to see my hair that fell out on there. All right, so we could do any combination we want. I'm going to go simple. So we are going to do the cow, pig, and chicken. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tape this down once I get my paint out. Stand by. Because of the way it's positioned and how I'm positioned for the live, it's going to look kind of weird, but I promise it's going to work. I don't know where, I guess when I did my blow dryer, my hair went flying everywhere. Who knows? I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in a year and a half. Year and a half now. It's been a while. Been a while. Yes, I will be 50 in May, y'all. On Cinco de Mayo, I will be 50. This is my year. I will be 50. I got all of the health stuff out of the way last year. Let's just say that. So we are good. This year is going to be good. We're going to turn 50. We're going to act like we're still 49. And it'll be all good. Okay, y'all. I am going to just kind of position this off to the side a little bit, but I think you're still going to be able to see it. But like I said, it's kind of in a weird position for me on the live, and I cannot stencil upside down. Oh, that one hair is driving me crazy. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape this up here. You'll be 75, my friend. I love it. I love it. I know, a month and a half, year and a half. It might have even been 2 years in all honesty. Oh, I love it, Diana. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cover up this part of the horse so I don't accidentally stencil it. You don't have to cover it up. I'm just showing you in case you are new to stenciling. That way you know what to do. Now remember, like I said, there's many designs on here. Okay, see how that kind of comes up? You can, and I don't have a piece with me, but you could put, maybe I do, stand by. It's not the same width though. Hang on. Did I grab, I was gonna show you a trick. I don't think, oh, hey, let's use this. It's that close. You can put a piece of wood underneath here to help keep it from lifting if your surface is a little bit like mine, where it's a little bit higher than my desk. So this is a little bit off on my angle. Let's get his hoofs on the bottom almost. Okay, so I'm gonna take my green paint. If you're new, if you have that much paint on your brush, way too much paint, guys. So we are going to offload. We're just gonna offload onto our plate. And then I'm gonna take a shop towel. And I'm gonna offload some more. Trust me, you would rather have not enough paint than too much paint. It is easier to go back over a surface and your brush will look like this. It's dry. It's better to go over a surface again than to have to fix your surface, okay guys? All right, so all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold this down. Remember, we have thin bridges on some of this, so I'm gonna kind of start there, and I'm doing a swirling motion. Normally I start in the middle, but the way this is positioned and the way it is, guys, this is the way we're doing it tonight. So I'm just gonna hold those little bridges down as I go. So can you see what I'm doing? I'm just kind of holding the feet. Now, the rest is an open space, so we don't have to be as cautious. So I'm gonna start and I'm gonna go all the way around. Don't ask me why I do my cows like this, but I do. And then I'm gonna come down here, and then I'm gonna go and fill in the rest of my cow. Now, this Carriage House Green has really good coverage, so I really only need to do one coat with Carriage House Green. I am going to dry it before I remove it. Just to make sure I only want to do one coat. And I got a couple spots I'm going to touch up, so that's another reason you want to make sure it's dry. So, still have not grabbed any more paint, and I am just going to come in right here. I'm going to hold it, and now we're good, okay? I'm going to lift it straight up, and we have our cow. So we've got our cow. This right here is in the wood, y'all. It's an imperfection in the wood, so don't think it's the stencil or anything, because it was a blank space. So we've got our cow. And then I'm gonna add our pig. So I'm gonna cover up the feet. Yes, we're doing a February stencil of the month. As Monday through Friday ambassadors, we do get the stencil of the month club a little bit earlier to show y'all on the lives, so we can, if you're on the fence or not sure of a project, like where to put my tape, it can help you decide. That's right, Kay. Y'all, I've got plenty. Y'all, I know this is totally random, but I know y'all can probably see this little mole right here. That's my beauty mark, but when I was a kid, it was bright, bright brown. So as I've gotten older, it's gotten lighter, but that's my little beauty mark right there. So I have had that forever. All right, guys, so I'm gonna set the pig on top of my cow. And if I would have done this right, I could have just had a piece of tape to hold. But, oh, that's sweet. I love it, Eleanor. Okay, so we are going to, I was trying to decide if I wanted both feet to be on top of him, but I think I'm okay with it like this. How do they have it? Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity. They do have it. Oh, that's the lamb. So that's a different one. So we're gonna, let me see how I want to do this. Because I can kind of angle him. We're gonna leave him like this. He's just gonna have 2 feet up in the air. There is a goat on it. Yes, there is a goat. But I'm doing the pig. I'm doing cow, pig, chicken. That's the one I'm doing tonight. And I could bring it down, but I'm gonna leave it just like this. Okay, so this one doesn't have all those fine bridges like the cow did, because they're a little bit shorter. So we're gonna, and I know you're thinking green pigs. Yes, we're doing green pigs, green cows. It's happening. All right, we'll get that dry. The goat is right here. I don't know if you can see the goat, but the goat is right there to the side. All right, so then we'll lift that up, and we're gonna do this right here. And only thing I have to tape off on this, and notice I'm just moving my tape so I don't have to get new pieces of tape. And I'm just gonna cover this up. One of the reasons I love frog tape so much. Oh, I love it, Janie. I love it. Yes, the snowman was so cute. All right, I'm gonna position him where both of his little feetsies are on here. Feetsies, is that a word? His little feet. Little feet are touching the pig. I gotta figure out exactly where I want to put them to. We actually have this designed in like a middle piece in our kitchen, so it's gonna kind of blend. I can hear that wind, Brenda, so maybe we're getting the wind now too. Okay, and then we got our chicken on there, y'all. All right, I didn't show y'all the pig a minute ago, but anyway, here is our cow, pig, and chicken. And then I got it up just a little bit too high, but that's okay. Where are my flowers? Flowers, where are you? I know I showed them at the beginning. Okay, then we have our flowers, and it has the design, so all we have to do is line it up. So we're gonna do white flowers, and when I say line it up, you have the complete outline of your cow, okay? So you just line it up to over where you have it. I'm gonna grab another stencil brush, didn't think about that. Like I said, we're gonna use white. I'm gonna offload. I didn't offload on my plate first, so I'm really making sure I'm offloading over here on the side. And now I'm gonna do my flowers. And again, we could have put a piece of wood under it like I did on the other, but I'm not taping anything on this, so it just helps me hold it a little bit better. And now, when you're using white, sometimes it looks very deceiving. So like right here, it looks like I don't have hardly any white at all, but I lift it up, y'all, and I have a beautiful white color. Look at that. Oh. What are y'all thinking? Is this not the cutest? I am obsessed. Oh my Lanta. All right, so let's line up our pig. And you remember, you can always fill in your bridges, guys. I just don't fill them in on every live that I do. Cold in Missouri. And this was so easy, y'all. So easy. Because everything lines up, so there's not a lot of guesswork. They've done all the work for you on this one. And then we have our pig. And then we'll take our, and I can tell that this is dry. My paint dries pretty fast. Make sure your paint's dry before you go put another layer on top of it. But this isn't actually sitting on it, so I'm not worried about it. And then I'll line this up. So look how quick we knocked that out, y'all. Of course, you know I'm not finished yet, but so easy, so cute, so quick. So now I want to take, and I had thought, and I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to chance it, about putting a word down at the bottom, but we're going to put a word at the top. I was going to do one at the bottom, and I'm like, if I don't have enough room, it's going to look silly, because I didn't measure beforehand. So let me grab, where's the one? Where did I put them, y'all? I am losing my mind. Here they are. So really, any word I want to use will fit on this particular board. So let's do an idea. Hang on. I think we're going to do blessed up here off center. And we're going to trust the process, because you'll know I'm going to do something over there. So just, I've got an idea. We're going to see if it works. So hang on. Yeah, it's going to be so easy, especially if you have like the smaller brushes, if you want to do the flowers in different colors. But like I said, I'm just doing super, super easy right now. Okay, so we're going to do the blessed. And it's going to be backwards for y'all, but and then what I want to do, because I am that person, I am going to take these flowers and we are going to do some flowers in the green and kind of the blank space. So we're not going to use all of them. We're going to, because the way, it's hard to explain because you've got the animals, so I can kind of use them to the corners and things. I know it sounds weird. Trust the process. Trust the process. You know me, I like to break things up. I did that backwards. So let me bring it over here. I'm going to use the cow hiney, or the horse hiney. Is that a good way to say it? The horse hiney. The horse hiney flowers right here. I almost offloaded on my table, but I'm going to do them. I don't want to say super dark. Well, it's going to be dark because it's in that green, but as I say, I'm kind of doing them light. But trust the process, my friends. Like I said, trust the process. Y'all, this is going to be so cute. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use the same set right down here. And we'll use a little bit more of it and pull it up just a little. I'm so excited how this is looking. Okay, so like I said, y'all know me, I always got to add some type of other detail with my stuff. So let's do like this coming right up here. Just kind of doing something on the sides, if that makes sense. And then we'll do I'm going to, let's see how I want to do this. I'll flip it over, y'all. When you do the opposite side of a stencil, like the back side, it's cut a little bit different, so it's not as high. So just be really careful when you stencil it, or you could have bleed through. But it's still usable. You just have to be a little more careful when you stencil it. Hi. Oh, I'm obsessed with how cute this is. Okay. Let's use this one. Got a hair there. Oh, y'all, that I don't know if they did that intentionally, but there is a heart on this flower. Oh, that is too cute. Okay, sorry. You know when you actually look at things up close and you're like, oh, that's adorable. It has a little heart on the flower. I'll show you when I hold it up. That is too precious. I don't know if that was intentional or not. Can y'all see the little heart right there? Oh, I love it. I love that. Oh my goodness, that's cute. Okay, and then we'll come up. We'll go ahead and kind of stick with the same theme right up here. And use that rose on the back side. And then of course I gotta have some up here because y'all know me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, y'all know me. I gotta add just a little bit of everything everywhere. Y'all, that is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna stop with that. How cute is that, y'all? It does say blessed. And now we're just gonna add a little bit of antiquing to it. So we're gonna take some brown, just a little bit, not a lot. And I am going to make sure this is dry. They would. They absolutely would. Okay, and that'd be cute raised too, y'all. Raised stenciling would be very, very cute. All right, let me grab this. As always, when I do any stencil, y'all, I'm gonna go over it just a little bit to make sure that it feels like it is into my surface. I kind of feel like I want a little flower right there, but I'm not gonna do it. But I kind of do, but I don't want to overdo it. All right, now I'm gonna take my, stand by, my little, whatever you want to call it, and spatula. I'm going to dip into that brown paint. I'm going to kind of offload just a little bit. And then I'm going to take around these edges and in some spots a little bit thicker, just to kind of give it a little character. Don't have to do this part. I understand this look is not for everyone. Totally understand. And you could use a brush to do this too, y'all. You don't have to use a spatula, but I kind of like the look on some pieces versus other pieces. So, and I'll hold it up in just a second so you can actually see what I'm doing. You may not be able to see it. And then I'm going to take it, I'm going to just offload it a little bit, just like I do the other. And then I'm just going to kind of gently bring it down here in the center. I'll offload it again. And just bring a little bit right down there. It's a little bit much, so I'm going to fix that real quick. Okay. So it's easy to fix, y'all. Totally easy to. If you have a wet wipe, that will help too. You've been using brown paper. That's cool. All right, let's get around here. Now this does take a little bit longer than the brush around the edges, but it also gives it a little bit different look too. So it depends on what look you're going for to how you would do your edges. We are almost done with this one, y'all, and then we'll do a quick Mardi Gras. I don't want to say the bottom's easier for me, but the bottom's always a little bit easier. I don't know if I'm not as cautious with it. All right, then I'm going to kind of offload and just kind of put it around. Just to give it a little bit of character. All right, I am good. I got one on the flower, so I'm gonna get that off. And we'll put one a little bit right here. Okay. All right, y'all. So I've got my rustic, or what do you want to call it, distressed board with my super cute design. What do y'all think? Thank you for the stars, y'all. I appreciate it. I know. So it's a different look depending on how you like to do your projects, but I love it. In that green, we just have a little bit of the distress. We could add more if we wanted to. We're gonna leave it white, and we got that piece done. Y'all, super cute. We're gonna let that dry. I'm not gonna stick my hand in any more of that paint. And let's move on to our Mardi Gras board. And this is hard to say, but it looks so cute in real life. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it looks adorable. All right, guys, remember our emerald clover farms that we did? We are gonna flip this over. Let me make sure that's dry so it doesn't get on there. Hang on. Let me just put a piece of tape over it. Okay, we're gonna use the back side. We are gonna paint it white. Hopefully our brush hasn't dried out. I probably should have done that at the beginning, but that's okay. So we're gonna paint it white. I started last year doing Mardi Gras signs, guys. Thank you, Judy. Thanks, Sandy. That is the Stencil of the Month Club. So if you are not in the Stencil of the Month Club, go to stencilofthemonthclub.com and you can read all about it. And my code Craft Treasures does save on your first month. But I started doing a Mardi Gras. I did my first ever door hanger Mardi Gras sign last year, and it turned out so cute. So we're doing another one tonight. We're gonna do another one tonight, and we're gonna use the 1-inch words and the Mardi Gras transfers. Oh no. Did you get everything else, Brenda? Or I'm confused. Y'all, I'm trying not to stick my arm in the paint, so I know I'm painting a little bit weird, but, and y'all know what I always say, first coat, I don't care what it looks like, because I'm not doing it too thick, so my second coat is going to be where it gets prettier, where the paint gets prettier. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Thank you guys for the stars. And guys, I will be live over on Jumping Craft Treasures at 1 p.m. Central on Sunday as well, doing some more fun transfer and stenciling projects. So come over and join me over there too. Oh, okay. I didn't know that, Brenda. Hopefully it's not too long. All right, got first coat dry. Did y'all notice I got my new dryer? I actually brought my new dryer out so it actually works and it's not going out on me. It was so hard to give up my teal dryer, but we had to go to one that worked. Yes, Melly, these boards are available at Craft Deals, and I think they're about a week and a half out, I think, is what he said. So hopefully soon, because I do cut everything in-house as well. Can we do a crackle effect? We sure can. We are not going to do it tonight, but I will add it to my list for next week. Do you want to see glue crackle or a fine line crackle? Are you talking like glue crackle or like the pen tart fine line crackle? I do love the fine line crackle over transfers. So if that's what you're talking about, we can do that over transfers. And if you want like the glue crackle, we'll do that as a background. So just let me know. Okay. Yeah, white you almost always need 2 coats. It will. I can tell you that, Kay. For sure. I used teal on Tuesday night, and I swear I had it everywhere. Everywhere. Yes, I do use both sides, Elaine. I also, Elena, I will use either eye hooks or some type of wire to hang on, just depending on how thick the surface is, what the surface is, what looks better. Yeah, I am all about double-sided boards. I love my double-sided projects. The only thing, and I'll tell you, these are easier to me than round because they're oval, and so I know if I have moved my board the wrong direction. And y'all, they would look really cute with signs this way for eggs. Just think eggs for Easter and bunnies on these going the other direction. But I can say, ooh, that's the top. Ooh, that's the top. So I don't get confused like I do sometimes with my rounds. Oh, awesome. Okay, good deal. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do Mardi Gras. But what I'm going to do, because I said we're going to use the 1-inch words. So, y'all, do I have my transfer tool? Surely I have my transfer tool. Hang on, let me make sure I got my transfer tool. Y'all, I was doing so good. I had everything I needed. Hang on. I know it's not over there because I looked over there a minute ago before my live. Y'all, I was doing so good. I thought we were going to get through a live with not having to look for anything. I was not that person today. Hang on. Because if I don't have my transfer tool, I got problems. Where would it be? If I was a transfer tool, where would I be? Y'all, I am in the process, talking about that, I am in a process of rearranging my craft room to make it make more sense. Like, where would I be if I was a transfer tool? That doesn't make any sense. So, I've got things a little, oh, here it is. Yay, it was right where it was supposed to be and I wasn't looking. But anyway, I'm in the process of moving all of my paint to like a little caddy that's right beside me so I can roll my caddy over here. And so then if I need a color and I don't have my color, I don't have to be like, where is my color on my table and all that stuff. I can just have it in my cart and I can see all the colors. So give me some time, give me some grace. But all right, we're gonna make this super fun, y'all. Because Mardi Gras is fun, so we're going to make this fun. Okay, what do I have? I have 14 minutes, plenty of time. So, I have a vision. We're going to see if we can make this vision come to life here. And I don't have my glasses, so I hope I'm not cutting anything that I don't want to cut. Forgot my glasses today. Okay, so I'm thinking I want this up here in the corner like so. So it's gonna kind of hang right there. We're gonna do so much on this, y'all, but it's gonna be super cute. I always say that, but you know, confidence, y'all, confidence. We're gonna have our little horn. I want to do. And I had somebody say, well, gosh, you use a lot of transfers on somebody else's on your projects. I will say this. I use all my transfers. And I'm not going to say they're cheap enough, but they are a good price that I can use more than one transfer on things. So I do. We got to have a crown, y'all. We got to have a crown. It is. It's a 3-tier. It is a 3-tier, Brenda. So I'm going to put my most commonly used ones in there. And Terry's going to make me right here on the corner of my desk. I'm going to be able to pull out, like, so it'll have stencils and things. And then we're going to put something on the other side that's going to be a place for my brushes and stuff. We talked about it last night. So we will get that in motion at some point soon, hopefully. Okay, let's do this. I debated on a big mask or a big crown, and we're gonna go with a smaller mask and a big crown. And we gotta have the saxophone on there because that's just me. I have that. Does anybody know what I played in band in high school? Just fun little trivia question. And if you didn't know, I was in band in high school many, many years ago, especially since I'll be 50 this year, so it was many moons ago. But what do you think I played in high school? Let's do, oh, I like the coins too. All right, let me grab a coin and we'll do a LaFleur. Is that right? Did I say that right? I'm doing purple for you, Brenda. We're gonna do a purple coin for you. And we'll do, I thought there was one that was close when I was just cutting that. Yeah, gold. All right. That's all I need. I think that's all I need. I think that's all I need. I'm gonna let y'all all guess and then I'll tell y'all. Let's see. Let me grab my words. You played the flute, Melissa? I love it. I love it. All right, these are the 1-inch words, y'all, the Mardi Gras words. So that's what we're using. I don't know which ones I'm using. I'm tearing this all up. I'll get a plastic bag and keep them in there. Gloria, I did too. So I just told y'all, if y'all read Gloria's comment, I was too. I was first chair, and then I competed with another girl, and we always went back and forth for first and second chair. But yep, I was first chair clarinet. That is what I did. I may want the other banner. Hang on. I want the other banner. Where did I put it? Y'all, I couldn't have lost it that fast. How did I lose it that fast? What in the world? What happens to me when I move things? Those are the smaller ones. Not even possible. Here it is. Fleur de lis. There you go. Is that right? Fleur de lis. I know, Kathy, I need like a lesson on French. And I've been to France, and I still don't know how to talk the language. I think they laughed at me when I was over there. I asked for something to eat, and they ended up bringing me creme brulee, and I know how to say creme brulee, so I'm like, I know that's not what I said, but it was kind of funny because that's what they brought me, and I'm like, that was my dinner. That's what they brought me for dinner, and I'm like, that is not what I ordered. You did too, Renee? How did I not know that? How did I not know that? All right, guys, so we are just going to hang this right like this. And like I said, Mardi Gras is fun. So like, have fun with it. That's what we're doing. We are having fun with this. Y'all, I have been battling a cold off and on now for a couple weeks, and like it'll come and it'll go, and it just decided to come back. So I'm sorry I sniffed my nose right there. Oh, I love it. That's fun, Kathy. I loved the flute, but it was easier for me with my cerebral palsy and stuff to do an instrument down than an instrument to the side to walk, if that makes sense. So, because we had marching band, and I didn't do the whole marching because obviously there's no way I could have done that, but my band director always made sure that when the band was like coming up to play at the end of the ball games, for football games, that I would have a part where I would come out and join the band at the end, so we could all face the crowd of the stands together and stuff. So still had to go to all the band practices in the summer and learn all the routines and stuff. Yeah, Kathy, that's what we're gonna go with. Terry told me I've been taking too much Benadryl too. He said I need to lay off the Benadryl, that's messing me up. He could be right. Got that one on there. You played the violin. I love it. I also played the piano. But of course that wasn't in band. Somebody played the bagpipes. Oh, your son played the bagpipes. I love it. Those are hard. Or at least I think they are. I was trying to translate somebody's comment, y'all. I looked up and I caught the end of it. Sorry about that. I just went radio silent there. And I'm on concentration because I know where we are in time, so I tend to speed it up. You play the clarinet, you want to learn to play your dream instrument, the oboe. Oh my gosh, yes, I loved the oboe. I played it a little bit, but it was a lot harder. And y'all, I couldn't do it now if I tried. I'm sure I couldn't do it. Probably wouldn't have enough breath to even attempt. All right, guys. So we got our fun little stuff hanging down. And then I want to kind of, I don't want to say I want to center this around the crown, but I want the crown in the center. So we're going to put our big crown right about, put it right about here. I should have done that while I had it off the thing. Okay, so let's put it right about here. I don't care if it's centered, crooked a little bit. I'm just kind of laying everything out, guys, and then I'll go through it. Let me get that off and then I can do those. So we're going to burnish in our transfer and start somewhere, side, top. I normally start at the top. There's a jewel there, so I'll go around the sides. Take your time. Don't have to rush like I am right now. But I really wanted to do both of these projects, y'all. Yeah, that's one regret that I have, y'all, is when my mom passed away and my dad moved the piano. I didn't have a place for the piano, so we went ahead and sold the piano. But I really, really wish I would have had the space for it when I was younger. So I could have taken that piano with me. But it did take up a lot of space, so. But we play all the holidays and things when the family was together. We'd play the piano and sing songs. I know that sounds weird, but different times than it is now, right, y'all? We didn't have cell phones. We had, I had a bag phone when I went off to college, and I was only allowed to use it during emergencies. Otherwise, I had to use the payphone. So I know some of y'all know what I'm talking about. But I kind of had to laugh, y'all, since we're talking about this. So I always was considered Generation X. But I recently found out that they have changed that. For the year that I was born, I am now a Xennial. I didn't even know that existed. I had to look it up. I was like, what is that? And it's like a couple age, or a couple birth dates. So I think it's 75 to 83, because we were like at the end of the typewriter and analog into all of the computer stuff. So, but yeah, I didn't even know that was a word. You taught yourself songs on an organ. Oh my gosh. Love organ. I was also in bell choir. Like ringing the bells in church. Bell choir. I'm thinking about all that, and I'm like, how did I get away from all of that, not doing any of it? Like memory lane there. See what working on a Mardi Gras project will do? It'll take you down memory lane, y'all. Where are we at? We're at 8 o'clock, y'all. Do y'all want me to finish this real quick since it's Friday? It shouldn't take too much longer. We just got to put some words on there in different colors. Maybe 5 minutes over. Y'all know I try to stick at the hour. I know Kay, if she's still on here, she'll say she doesn't have anywhere to be until March, but I know everybody else has things to do on the weekend. Oh, okay, Eleanor. Yeah, you know, that was one thing that came really easy with sheet music. Like, I could really read sheet. Now, I don't know if I could read sheet music now, I can tell you that. But back then, like, that was my thing. And I taught myself how to play the piano. Like, I didn't have piano lessons. My mom played the piano, so she did help, but I didn't have piano lessons or anything. Yes, finish? Okay. I'm almost there, y'all. And I was going to do the other side of my truck, but y'all, I don't know where my truck went. I had it in the living room, and Terry was organizing some things, and I went to look for it before the live, and I don't know where my truck's at. Oh, awesome, Millie. I love it. It's my Friday night. After I get done with this, y'all, I'm going to go to bed. That's what I do on Friday nights. I go to bed. One more right here. You're last of the baby boomer. Yeah, we were talking about that today because one of my coworkers, she said that she felt like she shouldn't be a baby boomer. I can't even say it because of where she fell with technology, since they're doing that for other ones. But I'm telling you, Brenda, it is a thing. You know this, my friend. It is a thing. It is a definite thing. Got most of those on. We're going to put the words and then we'll put the finishing touches. So that is just our layout of our transfers so we can do the other part, which is our words. So let's put our words on here. I don't even know which ones I want to use, y'all. Okay, so it makes sense to do Mardi and Gras in these, so we're going to do that. And we're going to use purple for that. Plate real quick. Let me grab some purple. Grab another brush. Oh, that's a big brush for these. I don't want to have to take them off. Do I not have a smaller brush around here? Here, let's do this. Y'all, hang on. I know I have it. I knew I had a small one sitting there. Okay, let's see if this is going to be too small, but I think it'll work. Going to do the same thing. We're going to offload, make sure we offload the sides. And we're just going to put Mardi. Oh, I'm sniffing. Mardi Gras right in here. And it has a little heart above the eye. Y'all, they're doing this intentional. I am obsessed with that. Because y'all know I do hearts on everything. So we've got our Mardi. And then we'll put our Gras right here. I did too, Brenda. It was the first year I had ever done one. And that's why I was like, I want to do another one this year. I want to make it super, super fun. And we're going to watch it come together here. I wasn't going to do everything in purple, y'all, but this brush is going to be fantastic for everything. All right, so we've got our Mardi Gras on there, so we're done with that one. Coming together, y'all. I'm so excited. Okay, so this one says New Orleans. Let's put New Orleans like right down here under the crown, and we'll do purple on that one. I kind of feel I don't want to rush that, and I want to tape that down. Hang on. I just want to tape it so I don't move it. I know I'm quiet, y'all. I always do that at the end because I'm like trying to finish up on time. Because I get to talking, y'all. I can talk. I can talk and talk and talk. You can tell I was an only child because I'm used to talking. No, y'all, I have had some of these paint in these bottles for 4 years. This purple is at least 3 years old. Never a problem. All right, then I can pull that up. Let's grab, hang on, y'all. I think I see. Got another set, so this will save us some time. Green, where's my green? All right, guys, let's make sure we don't accidentally do something on that. Let's grab, let's see, what does this word say? Crawfish. We're not putting crawfish on there because y'all know I don't eat that. Jester would be cute just to kind of put to the side. Let's see. Beads. That would be cute right there. We don't need Benet. French quarter would fit like right there. King cake. Fit right down here. No feathers. I've already got New Orleans. I've got some leprechauns mixed in. Actually, we're going to do masquerade right there. And we're going to move Jester right there. And we'll leave that one off. And leave that. And then I think we'll be good. All right, so I need one more color, which is my yellow. Okay, get ready because you know we're going to put some dots on here with our dotting tool. It's going to happen. All right, let's do a little bit of yellow first, and then we'll come in with the green. I think this is super cute, y'all. I hope y'all like it. Let's do French quarter. It's going to go on there, I promise. It's going to go on there, I promise. It's going to go up here in the corner. And I'm trying to decide which two places I want to put something, and then I will finish that with that. It's going on there, I promise. We still got the, ooh, I didn't offload that enough. Get that. Hopefully I saved that. If not, we'll have to fix that. A little bit too much paint, I can see it. And then I went over right there. But that would be easy to fix. Oh, Brenda, you got me all messed up what I was trying to think of saying. Oh, I'm going to put those on afterwards, and then I'll put the dots on. I just want to make sure I get my words on there before I put that on there. So I had word for my words. Okay. Had a little bit of bleeding right there, which I knew that was going to happen, but I'll fix it. I'll just take, That's how I fix up those. I'll just take, do it right now while I'm thinking about it, y'all. Let me get it dry. This is a hack. So if you have a knife, this will work. So we got just a little bit that went over, so I'm going to take my scissors because it's got a rough spot, and we're just going to take that right off. I knew there was too much paint when I put it down, but it's always a way to fix things. Okay, oh, I need to fix the A too. And then if we wanted to, we could take a detail brush and go over that, but we've got it off. Okay, now let's go and do green, green, and yellow. You got to make sure you offload the sides, Maggie. That's the big thing, is offloading the sides, and then you're good. Right when I put it down, I realized I didn't get my sides, so when I swirled, it went right up underneath it. But that's the key. I use these all the time. There we go. I didn't tape anything off, guys, so I'm kind of touching up the little things as I go. Okay, brush bristle off, and then we'll do our green. And then we'll put those two on, put our dots, and we'll be done. Oh, I'm 10 over, y'all. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I haven't been that over in a long time. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I'll quit talking and hurry up. That's my problem, is I look up and look at the comments and interact, y'all, and so it takes me longer. All right, last one with the words. Got a little bit on that side, y'all. Don't try to rush it. Just my nose is running, y'all. Pull it straight up. Okay. So this is what it looks like, and then we're just gonna add. Y'all, how cute is that? That really is cute. And then we're gonna put one of the circles right here, and then our little LaFleur and beads right there. So that will be the finishing touch. We'll do purple for you again, Brenda. So let's put our beads. Put our beads right here. Why the beads word? Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. I know some people tell me I talk too much, so I do appreciate that, my friend. But I try to explain the process as I go too, just so you know, like what to do if you mess up something. There's that. And then move that, and where did it go, Brenda? It was right here. I promise it was. I lifted that up. Where did it go? Where'd my circle go, y'all? How do I lose things right in front of me? That's how, because I got all of these pieces that I need to put in the trash. Well, y'all. Brenda, we may have to do a different one besides the purple because I don't know where it went. I don't know what I did with it. Not under there. Let's put this one on here real quick. That is so weird, y'all. So bizarre. I'll be danged, y'all. There's my drum. I'm set on that purple one. It is not over here. I don't understand. Oh well, we'll get another color real quick. Not the end of the world, because it will show up and we'll do it on another project. Oh, thank you, Kay. I appreciate that, my friend. All right, let's do, oh, I just put my finger in that. I really want that purple, but we'll do the green. I mean, like, how do you lose something this big? It's crazy. It was meant to be green, y'all. It was meant to be green. Meant to be the green. And we'll just put it to the side, just like that. All right, guys, we are on the home stretch now. Promise. But I don't want to mess up my last transfer. Yay. All right, y'all. I am going to do one quick thing. I take my white where I messed up a little bit right here. Just gonna dot that out. And then while I'm here, put a little bit of that white right there. All right. Watch, as soon as I get done, y'all, it's gonna be like so visible. All right, let me show you where we're at. Y'all, I did it right here too. Oh, that's where it's coming from, right there on my wrist. But y'all, I didn't get it on my shirt. So we'll just do that. So I was like, where is that coming from? But I stuck, when I was looking for the thing, I stuck my hand. Oh, y'all, I did it again. Hang on. Stand by. This calls for a Clorox wipe help. Clorox wipe help. Get that yellow off. See how well that works, y'all? Came right off. So don't ever be scared that you messed up your project when you do what I did. So, y'all, does that not scream Mardi Gras fun? Oh my goodness. That is so cute. And then, like I said, y'all know I'm dot obsessed. So let's put some fun little dots on here with our different colors real quick. And I will go ahead, now that that's dry, pull that back up. And green, 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 green. So when this is completely dry, I will go through, y'all, I got purple right there in the middle. Where did I get that from? Again, don't be scared. See, everything is fixable. Let me get rid of it. Where did I get that purple? I probably got it all on me. I got it on me somewhere that I don't see. I don't know. Let's fix it. Let's fix it real quick. So y'all, teaching lessons, take your time, but if you do have a boo-boo, stop and fix it. It's not the end of the world. Y'all saw that big splotch of purple. Super easy to fix. Don't let it scare you. When I first started out, if I did that, I probably would have cried and thought I ruined my whole project. But nope. I don't see purple on me. I don't know where I'm pulling it from. Let's grab some yellow. That was a big blob of yellow, but that's okay. And then we'll grab some purple, even though I'm pulling purple from somewhere. I will find it eventually. It must be on the bottom of the plate. Where else do I want a dot? Right there. Okay, I'm good. I am good with that. All right, we're finished, y'all. I promise, we're finished. So I will let that dry, and then I will take a matte varnish and put it over it. What do y'all think? I know the words are backwards, and I hate that for y'all. It's just a dotting tool. They come in a pack of 8, and they're all different sizes. I just like the dots for like this and snow because it's very festive and it's quick. What do y'all think? I love it. All right, guys. So we did get 2 projects done. I showed you how to fix some of your boo-boos if it happens. So this was the first project that we did at the very beginning with the new stencil of the month. Both of these projects are completely different styles, I can tell you that. So we have the farmhouse blessed with our cow, pig, and chicken. And then we have our super festive Mardi Gras on the back with our St. Patrick's Day. So all we'll have to do is flip it around. Y'all, I loved my Mardi Gras sign that I did last year, but I am loving this one even more. So super cute. I will most likely do a piece of wire right here, Maggie, up in the top and have it really thin so it doesn't hang down too low, maybe like about that high. And then we'll hang it on a hanger on the door. Yes. The dot tools for the eyes saved me on some of my projects that I did, because you'll know I do wood cutouts as well. So yes, they're helping me with my eyes because I don't do very good eyes, y'all. Y'all, I am so sorry that I am over so late, but I wanted to share the Stencil of the Month Club with you and do a project with y'all first on that. And then, of course, I wanted to do a Mardi Gras board and get that done as well. So I appreciate all of y'all that have stuck with me and hung out throughout the whole entire night, y'all. I appreciate it. I know everybody's time is valuable, so when y'all spend your Friday nights with me, I appreciate it more than you could possibly know. This is my crafting time with all my girls and gentlemen, y'all. So fun for me. I love it. Oh, thank you, Brenda. I appreciate it. Y'all, I am not sure if Essential Stencil is still on here, so I'm going to give them just a second. If I don't see the winners pop up, I am sure at some point they will post those winners, but we'll give them just a second and go from there. Oh, thank you, Pam. You know it, Mary Lynn, I got to do double-sided. I have to. Even when I sell these, y'all, I do double-sided. Sometimes I'll just do a quick project for my customers that buy something, and then when they get it in the mail, they're surprised because it has a backside done. So, oh, I see them right here. They did hang out with me, y'all. Thank you, Essential Stencil. So, Heidi, it's going on me fast. Heidi Kormawiski, I hope I said that right. Janie Kessling Flims, because I don't have my glasses, guys. And Cindy Braden, y'all are 10 nights winners. So if you will email support@essentialstencil.com and tell them that you were a winner on 10 nights live, they will get a gift card to you here in the next couple weeks, y'all. So again, transfers, restocks happened last weekend. We have free shipping the month of January. Stencil of the Month Club just came out. And of course, we have all of the fun things coming with Mardi Gras, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, all of the things, y'all. Valentine's Day, we can't forget Valentine's Day too. So we got a lot of fun things coming up in the next couple weeks. So join me back here next Friday evening at 7 p.m. Central, and I will see y'all then, guys. And if you are shopping at Essential Stencil, my code Craft Treasures, CRAFT TREASURES, does save it at checkout, guys. So good night, have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see y'all next Friday. Bye, guys.